Have you ever heard a knock on your door late at night? A soft, hesitant tap that makes the hair on your arms stand up. You look through the peephole and see two small figures, just kids, standing on your porch. They look cold, maybe lost. Your heart goes out to them. You want to help, but then they look up and your blood runs cold. Their eyes, they're completely black. No sclera, no iris, just two solid orbs of darkness. This is the chilling encounter at the heart of the Black-Eyed Children legend. And tonight, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the internet's most terrifying modern myths. Where did it come from? What do these strange children want? And most importantly, what happens if you let them in? The story of the Black-Eyed Children, or BSEs as they're often called, begins not in some ancient dusty book of folklore, but in the relatively modern era of the internet. The year was 1996. A Texas journalist named Brian Bethel posted about a strange encounter he'd had in a parking lot. He was sitting in his car when two boys approached. They were between 10 and 14 years old. One of them knocked on his window and asked for a ride home, saying they'd forgotten their money for the movies. Bethel felt an unnatural primal fear wash over him. He couldn't explain it. The boys were polite, but insistent. He found himself reaching to unlock the door, almost against his will. It was only when he hesitated, and the boys grew more demanding, that he noticed their eyes, coal black, completely devoid of any human feature. He slammed his foot on the gas and sped away, looking back to see they had vanished. Bethel's story went viral, at least by 90s internet standards. It was posted on forums and shared through email chains, and soon, other people started coming forward with their own terrifyingly similar experiences. The pattern was almost always the same: a knock on the door of a home or a car. A pair of children, sometimes a single child, asking for help. They need to use the phone, they need a ride, they need to come inside for a drink of water. They seem normal at first, but the person they're talking to feels an overwhelming sense of dread and panic. And then comes the reveal: the solid black eyes. The most crucial part of the legend is the request to be invited in. It seems they cannot enter a private space, like a home or a car, without explicit permission. This small detail connects them to a much older, more widespread piece of folklore: the vampire. Vampires, in many traditional stories, are bound by a similar rule. They need an invitation to cross the threshold of a home. This suggests that the Black-Eyed Children might not be a completely new phenomenon, but rather a modern reimagining of an ancient evil. Think about it. Throughout history, almost every culture has tales of malevolent spirits or creatures that prey on the unsuspecting. You have demons, jinn, many of which are known for their trickery and their ability to disguise themselves. Often, they take the form of something innocent to lower our defenses, and what's more innocent than a child in need? The Black-Eyed Children tap into our deepest instincts to protect the young and vulnerable, turning that very instinct into a weapon against us. So, what are they? That's the million-dollar question. There are countless theories floating around. One popular theory is that they are demons or some other form of malevolent supernatural entity. Their goal is to gain access to your home, and by extension, your soul. People who claim to have let them in report a string of terrible luck, illness, and even the deaths of family members or pets shortly after the visit. The air in their homes feels heavy, oppressive, and they are plagued by a sense of being watched. The children, it seems, leave a dark spiritual stain wherever they go. They are seen as harbingers of doom, feeding off the fear and negative energy they create. Another theory, leaning more into the sci-fi realm, is that they are alien-human hybrids. Proponents of this idea point to abduction stories where people describe encounters with gray aliens who have large, black, almond-shaped eyes. Perhaps the BCs are some kind of experiment, sent to observe and interact with us on a more personal level. Their strange, formal way of speaking and their lack of understanding of social cues, as reported in many encounters, could be evidence of their non-human origin. They need permission to enter because they are studying our rules and protocols, or perhaps they are bound by some intergalactic law we can't comprehend. Then there's the psychological explanation. Could the Black-Eyed Children simply be a product of our collective fears? A modern boogeyman born from the anxieties of an increasingly isolated and digitally connected world. The legend began online, after all. It's a perfect example of a creepypasta, a horror story that spreads and evolves as more people add their own details. The fear isn't of the children themselves, but of the stranger at the door, the unknown element that threatens the safety of our private sanctuary. The black eyes could be a symbolic representation of a lack of soul or humanity, a manifestation of our fear of those who might wish us harm while hiding behind a mask of innocence. Our brains are wired to see faces and recognize emotions in eyes. So when that's taken away, it creates a powerful sense of unease. Let's dive deeper into what these entities actually want, beyond just an invitation. What is their ultimate goal? In most accounts, their requests are simple and mundane. Let us use your phone. We need to come in for a moment. Can you give us a ride? But their insistence is anything but normal. They don't take no for an answer. Their calm demeanor slowly gives way to an unnerving pressure. Witnesses describe feeling as if their own will is being eroded, like the children are trying to hypnotize them or mentally force them to comply. This is why that initial feeling of fear is so important. It's a warning sign, an alarm bell from our subconscious telling us that something is fundamentally wrong. Those who have stood their ground and refused entry describe the children's reaction as chilling. Their calm facade shatters. Their faces contort with rage. They might bang on the door or window, their quiet pleas turning into angry demands. But eventually, they give up and disappear as mysteriously as they arrived. It seems that our refusal, our act of asserting our will and protecting our space, is something they cannot overcome. The real horror of the legend lies in the what if. What if you say yes? What if you open that door? Stories from those who claim they did are rare, and frankly, much more disturbing. One account tells of a couple who let 2 children into their home to use the phone. The moment they stepped inside, the couple's fur cats began to hiss and screech. Fleeing to the basement, the children just stood in the entryway, silent, their black eyes scanning the room. After a few agonizingly long minutes, they turned and left without a word. In the following weeks, the husband began suffering from severe nosebleeds and was diagnosed with an aggressive form of skin cancer. The wife fell into a deep depression. Their lives, once happy, fell apart. The implication is clear. Inviting them in is like inviting a curse into your life. So, the next time you hear that unexpected knock late at night, what should you do? The folklore gives us a clear answer. Do not, under any circumstances, let them in. Don't open the door. Don't even speak to them. Acknowledge your fear, trust your gut instinct, and wait for them to leave. The Black-Eyed Children legend serves as a powerful modern fable. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers that can hide behind a friendly face, a reminder to guard our homes and our families from unknown influences. Whether they are demons, aliens, or just a story we tell ourselves in the dark, the message is the same. Some doors are better left unopened. Thanks for watching. If you have your own chilling story, share it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into the unexplained. Stay safe out there.